I'm gonna make this as short. Y'all have to catch the replay. I was just thinking as a man growing up, as a man, listen to different live streams and life itself. I always try to wonder, how do you know? How do you know what goes on in somebody's house if you're not in there? How do you know if somebody's not holding the house down if you're not in there? Do you have proof that somebody's not taking care of their household? Do you have proof that a wife is not taking care of the kids or a husband? Do you have proof that a man, as a husband, is not taking care of his wife? How do you really know? Uh, you really don't know. You really don't know. Sometimes you could hear things. You could you can hear things in the background. Doesn't mean that a mother doesn't love her child or not taking care of her kids. We really don't know on what you hear, because now you got to look at, how do we know you as a YouTuber or somebody on Facebook? Are you actually taking care of your kids? Are you taking care of yours? How often do you go into somebody's household? Then people ask, who made you the judge? Just a question, that's all. How do you know somebody are on cocaine? How do you know people are on heroin? How do you know if anybody is on ice? How do you know? Are you there? Do you have proof? Are you an example of a mother? Are you an example of a father that's taking care of your household? See, people don't know what goes on in your home unless they in there 24/7, or they visit, or the kids may say, Auntie, Mama beat me up, Mama jump on me. That's the only way you probably would know. You see bruises on a child's back. Sometimes you have to be very careful on what you say. How do you know your lawyer is not on drugs? You don't know. Sometimes things that we say, sometimes we got to have some strong proof to make sure it is what it is. How do any of y'all know? Because we got some people that put other folks down, talk bad to folks, talk bad to them. But how do you know? I'm not sticking up for nobody. I'm just asking a question. Do you know that for real? Now, when you say somebody is not taking care of their home, are you taking care of yours? Men, are you men got jobs? When y'all got jobs, are y'all taking care of y'all business? Do y'all have your own place? Men, I'm talking to the men right now. Do you men have your own place? When you get your car, when you get your, let me rephrase it. When you get your job and you get your money, do you go home and take care of your home? You married men, are you really now? Seriously, are you? Hey, how you doing, Sandy? You doing all right? Are you married men? Are you? Are you really? Do you have a job? Do you take care of your responsibilities when you go home? Or do you go out with your buddies and go to bars and start drinking? Do you save your money? Do you invest your money? Do men, do you spend time with your kids? Men in real life, men outside, men inside of YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Do any of y'all do that? Because when you start saying stuff, and I have to even myself ask the question, is it the truth? Do you know for sure? Women, are you taking care of your household duties? Now, if you're not working, do you clean the house? Do you do the laundry? What a wife should do. Are you doing your wifely duties? See, it's easy to get out here and bash somebody. It's easy to push folks down. It really is easy to do that. Any of y'all prayed lately? Ask God for help? Have any of y'all took the money that you've been given and save it? Are any of y'all on drugs right now? Are some of y'all former drug users? Because there's some people that are former drug users. Some of them got jobs too. Hey, Kay, how you doing? Some of them got jobs too. Or are you using the drugs from what they used to do? Are you using that against them? Some people got new lives. Some people move on, but some people don't want you to move on. Some of you spend more time on YouTube than actually taking care of your home. Now, I'm putting that out there. But Eric, do you know that for sure? I don't. Some people say, I got a man. I'm married. I got money. Okay. We don't know no proof of that. We just going by what you say. Y'all know I'm going to get off the subject a little bit because that's what I do. I put a title up and then I talk about something else, but then I go back. That's Eric Brown. That's me. For some of you that left YouTube and say you gone or you leaving, how come you slip up and you coming back to YouTube? You said that I'm leaving, I'm gone, I'm good, but you come back over here. Why are you coming back? If you say you gone, stay gone. Bye. If I said I'm leaving, I need to leave. Sometimes I'm leaving, come back. If I'm leaving, I should take my channel down and go. Some people don't do that. You got a household. You married, you got a household, you need to take care of what's yours. You tell somebody you leaving, you leave, goodbye, go. How many of you men out here in YouTube is really taking care of your business? How many of y'all don't have a job, but you stay with your girl and your girl work? Think about it. Not the hearsay, not the hearsay, just the question asked. You ain't gotta ask, you gotta answer me, you answer yourself. Where's the real men at? Just a question. You can make fun of somebody that's crippled, but they got their own. And they still work. But the rest of you that's in good shape and good health, you lay up and your woman do the work and she willing to do that. Everything that happens with y'all relationship, y'all deserve it. If you cheat as a man and a woman is working and holding it down and she know it, everything that happens to her, she deserve it. Some people have to learn to move on and get out of here. How you doing, foot soldier? Okay, you don't. That's one thing. You don't work. Some folks on Social Security. That's fine. Some folks used to work. Now they retired and they get Social Security. Social Security. Still holding it down. Some people, some women, or most of the women, can I say that, save money. They good at it. They good at it. Some men say, okay, huh, baby, here's the money. You pay the bills. She don't pay the bills. What you do with the money? I saved it. No, you pay the bills. Trying to get an understanding because we got some people on this YouTube are supposed to be marriage counselors, and a lot of them try to dog somebody for views, and they don't really know. We call some people racist. This person white, this person black. We don't know. Me, I don't care. Black or white. You call me the N word, sometime I back up off of you. I'll let you know as a friend, I'm not that. Don't call me that. You call me that again, I ain't got to go off on you. I'm going to back up and don't say nothing. How come you don't talk, Eric? How come you don't speak to us? I'm going to give you the answer for that. You're very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Where's the love at? We got people that's still on drugs right now. Alcohol is a drug. We got some people, not only that, they call somebody a drunk. And the same time they was on here drunk too. How you gonna call somebody a drunk and you on here drunk too? Are you holding down the house? Do you have money like you say you do? Who are you? But that's how people do. Y'all don't understand how people, they've been doing it for long. Is these mothers taking care of the home? Are these black mothers are like the mothers of old? Some of these women feel like, I want a job. I can do anything a man can do. Okay. You should be able to pick up that 500 pound boulder and put it in the truck, just like every man do, right? But are you taking care of house? Now you got some, y'all got a nice job. Y'all got a career. But are you taking care of home when you go home? When you get home, do you cook food for your kids? I'm not knocking them. I'm just asking questions. So you got some women that got money and they taking care of their kids. You got some that say, oh, I'm pregnant, lied about the whole thing. And try to get sympathy from everybody else and find out you didn't. Deceiving the mothers and the grandmothers. Deceiving. Showing off, oh, my kid got this. My child worked here. Oh, did you see my child's job? Oh, did you see my kid's car? Oh, look at what. Oh, she got her own business. She doing this, doing that. Stop telling folks what your child do. That ain't their business. See, you giving ammunition for folks to look you up and find out who you really are. For some of y'all, most of the time, that don't show your face and talk about folks, you might need to, some of y'all might need to take time and look at and listen to what you're saying. You're not showing your face, you're not putting your real name out here. That's what you got. That's why they call you hiding identity. Yeah, don't nobody need to know you ain't got no car. All you got is this. That ain't your business. People put out that you ain't got a car. All you got is a bicycle. What? So what? That means that person in good shape. I bet you they can outrun you. I bet you they can run circles around you. I bet you they can outwalk you. I bet you they got beautiful legs. Who dare? Who are you to talk about somebody? I bet they taking the house. I bet you they taking care of the household. Some of y'all got cars. Some of y'all might got businesses. If that, you ain't taking care of nothing. You ain't taking care of your family. I bet you half of you ain't even paying tithes in church. Oh, the preacher getting all the money. Shoes, Memphis. Shoes. The light, gas, and water. Them folk getting the money too. Just saying. Are you on drugs? Drugs can be cigarettes, nicotine, alcohol. It's a drug. Hmm. Yes. Ice, heroin, cocaine. What's this other one they smoke? What they call it? Marijuana. People using needles in their arm. They go through so much, and then they decide to go to that to make them feel good. I've been in the streets. I've seen it. I was raised in a what you said, low class neighborhood. I was never claimed to be rich. Work a city job, but God's still with me. Some people they make the money, and some of them they buy expensive stuff they can't even maintain. Some buy Mercedes, some buy Jaguar. Oh, girl, that car look nice. The car look nice, but you're still in debt because you still got to pay for it every month. If something happens to it, yeah, you take it back to the factory. You still paying that high note. Are you taking care of the household, men and women? Because men really need to get out there and work and do their job. That's what men need to do. Mm-hmm. Because it's good to be right. So it's good to be in good shape. Some of us got cars. Ain't a lot of us don't go to the gym. I ain't gonna lie, say I don't need to go. Yes, I still walk even with a prosthesis. And some people say, I didn't know you had one. I wouldn't have known if you didn't say it because of the way I walk. Some walk with a cane, some walk with a walker, some in a wheelchair. Your personal problems is your business. But are you a man? Are you taking care of yours? And I always told some of you daddies, some of you mamas, but especially you daddies, sometimes I tell y'all, don't put your kids on here. Stop putting your kids on YouTube. Don't show your kids, especially over here in the so-called YouTube streets. Don't show your kids. Don't talk about what your kids got if they slow or they what is it? They want to use a nice word for it because they don't want to say retarded. What is it? Mentally challenged. Everybody try to make a word for it, but it's the same of what it is because it don't sound right. Just like that N word you use, that don't sound right. Okay, well we're gonna come with another word. No, no, just saying. Yeah, it's sickening. We as so-called mothers and daddies insult other people. You tell your child you don't do that. You don't call folks out by their name. You don't insult your child. You don't insult other kids. That's wrong. Talk about somebody else's mama and you doing it. You get on the YouTube, but you hiding your face, but you doing the same thing you told your child not to do. I put my child to in that other room, and then I come over here and talk. Still is wrong. It's still wrong. Don't let somebody type the internet and you be like, wait a minute, that sounds like my mama. Matter of fact, that is my mama. That's my daddy. That is. Then one day you got the door closed and they having to hear it and go on that channel. That's my mom, that's my daddy. Child feel just ashamed. And then you have conversations one day and you ask mom and daddy why. Don't ask me that. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh man, that makes a whole lot of sense. Mamas, daddies, are you taking care of your children? When you discipline your child, do you tell your child why you doing it? Because your child is watching you. When they get older, they act like you because when they come out, that's who they see, mom and daddy. If they don't see the real mom and daddy and they look at the doctors or they look at the foster parents, how they being treated, then they look at them. They looking at the examples that what? Sit before them. We got some sad folks in this on this internet. We got some sad folks. They got a lot to say. They got a lot to talk about. They got a lot to go off on somebody, talk about somebody, insult somebody, and have a nerve enough to say who you talking about, Eric Brown. You got nerve enough to ask a grown man who I'm talking about, but at the same time, you talking about a person you ain't gonna never meet. Or if you meet them, what you gonna do? You got a lot of them think they real tough. They get on these panels and they go off on you. You can say one sentence, don't talk about her. And they just all go ballistic. Come on, man. Think about it, y'all. Grown people. I I get up and walk every morning before it starts getting hot out. Yeah. Well, yeah, Miss Mayfield, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with physical fit. But we got some folk around here that's supposed to be so rich and so in tune with what they call it, real estate. They smart. I'ma leave YouTube and don't go nowhere and see them in the chat. Don't realize that I be in the bushes or I'm looking at the replay. I just sit there and laugh. I say, look at this here. Ain't you both been gone? Hmm? Ain't you supposed to be gone? You can't stand that individual, but they all in your chat and they just talking to you like y'all cool. If you're an individual, you got a lot of views, by all means, go ahead and do what you do. But get you a job. Get your own place. Get your own place. And when you put somebody down, people of interest, when you put somebody down and say, oh, you sleeping on the couch. Oh, you sleeping on the floor. Oh, you sleeping in the chair. Oh, you sleeping in the other bedroom. If you think for a minute, anybody, are you handling your business? Are you got your own place? Or are you living with a female and a family? Are you working? Are you working? Are you women? Are you working? Or you living with a man and his family? You ain't doing nothing but open your legs. Hmm? Or are you taking responsibility of your kids? Because they looking up to you like maybe this all right, what mama doing, I guess I do what I hear mama talking, maybe I need to do. But if you tell your child what they should do, you need to be an example of your own kid. Because they going when they get older and they talking bad to you, calling you by your first name, when they get older, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna try to fight you and call you the B word. Don't want to have nothing to do with you. I used to look at this love hip hop. This girl talk bad about her mama, call her mama all kind of names. It was your responsibility to put your child in check and be an example to your own child. You are a disgrace. For some of you men, some of y'all don't believe me. Some of y'all are a disgrace. Up under the house sleeping, flea infested. Some of y'all women are a disgrace. Come on to YouTube and sit up there. If you insulted, no, I ain't insulted. I did insult. I did say something. Didn't call a name. So then I did apologize. Yes, I was wrong. See, they want to make these troll accounts. They got a lot to say, but then when it boils down, I go back on it, foot soldier. I go back on it. Guess what? They took the troll account down. Why you take it down? Why don't you leave it up there? Because I don't take it down. If I don't like it, I don't hit it. But I will answer the question and ask you the question. Show your face. What's up? You ain't got nothing to say now. I got a new. I know what the word apparatus means, but that's what I call them, apparatus. It is what it is. Some of y'all are sickening. Some of y'all don't even care. Some of y'all don't even like each other. You beef, then y'all cool again. It's been going on for so long. Now, when somebody say, Eric, I disagree with what you said, that you got a right to disagree. Mm-hmm. You funny. You real funny. So you ask, what's wrong with sleeping on the floor? Nothing wrong with it. Because when I was a kid, all of us cousins come in. We was respectful. Some of us had to sleep with each other, or some of us had to eat the floor, make a pattern. When I was with grandmama's house, I slept on the floor. That's over grandmama's house. But when you grown and you got your own, you need to be in a bed. Some people make fun. Oh, you what's called slept on an air mattress. So it's theirs. They probably got more money than you. Some people ain't got furniture in their house, but it's theirs. They do what they want to do in their house. If they don't want to sleep on a mattress or whatever, that's them. I'm saying when you grown and you staying with somebody and you in good shape, you should have been able to get your own, because you look at some of your peers around you and they got theirs. Sometimes good things when you're around positivity, foot soldier, when you're around positivity, guess what? That should be able to rub off on you. But some of these folks, they got the nerve enough to talk about somebody and they living in somebody else's house and they ain't paying nothing and they living scot-free, but they talking about you. They putting other folk down. There's some sick people. People get mad. Oh, you ain't calling names. That's what make me mad, because you ain't calling nobody name. I wouldn't even listen or watch. Sometimes you have to watch who cool with you. Sometimes people be a little funny. They don't want to call you. They don't want to talk to you. And you like, something ain't right. Because I pick up on certain things. Then you have to back off. Watch the company you keep. But are you men doing what you doing? Are you taking care? Are you paying a car note, house note? Some of y'all pay the car note before you pay the house note. Some people get low on funds. Some people don't know what they're gonna do. They take mortgages out. Sometimes you do things like that. That's why they always say save your money. It's all right to you want to splurge on yourself sometime, but don't do it all the time. Sometimes you got to hold your money and say, well, I ain't gonna go out. I'm gonna go ahead and buy me something to cook and eat. And then sometimes you say, nah, let me go to the refrigerator and get this and get that. In the long run, when you stack your money, good things can come to you. So, well, maybe I buy me a car. I ain't got to pay car note. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you how to run your house, and my house is all jacked up. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. You need to quit. Phenomenal. Hey, how you doing? Been a long time. You doing all right? Phenomenal. Yeah. No, we didn't have our own room. We had to share. Shoot. I remember my sister was in the bed. I had to sleep on this couch. Sometimes I had to sleep on the let-out couch. But we was a family. Mama used to get food and used to get them long smoke sauce. She said, y'all get a half. The only time you get a whole is when we have what they call it, we have dinner. When we got dinner, then you can get a whole. Other than that, y'all get half a smoke sauce. You get 2 eggs. You don't get 3. That's too much. Not only mama save money, she save food too. Okay, you get this, you get this. Okay, that's it. We want some ice cream. Get 1 ice cream cone a piece. Yeah. Mama had to run the household. Train the girls how to cook. Y'all wash dishes. Sometimes you get kids. Say we got kids and we raise them up. That's what we got them for. Junior, get out there and cut the yard. Dad said, I ain't got to cut the yard. Junior cutting the yard. I bring in the money. Get the kids to do something. Teach them something. Would you give them an allowance? I give them an allowance. But did you cut the yard? Did you save your money? Sometimes you help with their homework, teach them how to read. Because when they get out in the real world, they got to know what to do. Because if you don't know how to read, you got people that's going to take advantage of you when you get paid and you can't count your money. You see these people around here standing up begging. A lot of them, quite a few of them, they own a pipe. They own it on a drug. They even got these celebrities. They got these, what they call it, a bong or whatever, and blow it and smoke it like everything good. And your kids look up to them and they smoking that. And the kids think, well, mama, is it all right? Can I get a bong too? You like, no, no, that's not for you. No, it's wrong for him to be doing that. Mm. Just letting y'all know. Let's keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. It's sad. It's a sad situation. Some of these people talk about somebody and they ain't got nothing going on for themselves. Somebody go on vacation, then folk wanna make fun of them, talk bad about them. They go on vacation, share their pictures. Now they can't. Now it's like, well, I go on what's called. Don't go live. Don't. I don't want to be in a picture. I don't want to be in nothing because these folks here, they a trip. I'm just saying, man. The mamas and daddy today is not like the mamas and dad of tomorrow. Men, you supposed to get out and work, not be living with a woman and they working and you ain't doing nothing. That looks bad. That's very bad. Girlfriend, don't let your boyfriends live in your house with you and they not working. That is an insult to you. It is an insult to you. Let these men get a job. If he loves you, he will get a job and he will put a ring on your finger. Stop playing house. Let him grow up. Mothers, let your daughter grow up. It's a difference if the daughter is taking care of you and you sick. Mama should be living with the grown-up daughter, with the adult daughter. You see what I'm saying? Now it's a difference. You staying with mama and you paying half the rent, half the bills. That's a big difference. But it's better when you get your own so you know, so you can experience that. It's a whole lot better. But like I say, for the one that said you are another thing, I'm gonna say it again. I know folks get tired of me saying it. For the one that's talking about Section 8, that individual needs help. Because that individual probably ain't got all what they say they got. Allegedly. Look out for her narrative. To call somebody what? A drunk? And drink too? And you were drunk when you drunk on your channel? I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm going to call somebody foot soldier. I'm going to call somebody a drunk. And here I go on live and I'm drunk. What are you drinking? Hennessy? Jack Daniels? What are you drinking? How dare you? Why these folks don't get it? They don't get it. They don't understand. They don't get it. I don't know. Because some of these mamas showing people where their child stay at. Some of these mamas telling them folk what they child driving, what their child got. Some people say you go on the Walmart app and I'm selling this. Really? It's not Walmart, it's just the app. Because anybody can get an app and sell stuff. But to actually go into Walmart, you know, your stuff got to be really booming. It got to be the fire for even Walmart or Target or any of them to ask. But if you own the app, like Daddy said, you ain't got no money. How dare you? Are you a mother or are you taking care of your business? No, you ain't taking care of Jack. You just talking. I cannot understand some of these people out here. Got the nerve. The nerve to try to call yourself dogging somebody out. And when somebody else dog you out, you don't talk about them. When somebody put your picture up and make fun, you ain't talking about them. Ooh, I should have it. Give me your device. Y'all need to quit. Ooh, y'all crazy. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Myron? How you doing? Yeah, buddy. Ooh, wee. I just don't understand. All right, y'all. I got the link in the chat. Myron, if you want to come up, you're welcome to. Anybody else welcome to come up. You need to quit. You too silly for it, soldier. But I'm just saying, some of them, you know what I'm saying? And you say for free, I don't know about that because I know sometimes they feel like, well, I got to pay something. You know what I'm saying? But some of these folks just don't get it. I don't understand it. Quick to put you down and talk about somebody on drugs. And my thing is, do you sell drugs? Are you on it? Do you smoke? Because weed is a drug too. even though it's a grass, but some stuff probably added to it. Now, is it a drug? Is marijuana a drug? When you smoke it, I don't. You don't know. We know it's weed because I don't get into that. I was around some friends that did it, but I didn't go around them all the time because that was not my forte. I was not the type of individual that um hey, how you doing? Foot soldier. You doing
Hey,
okay?
am I in trouble?
Hey, how you doing?
Am I in
Huh?
trouble? Am I in trouble or something?
No,
I
no,
just,
why you say that?
I just wonder why you put up the StreamYard thing,
What
the
do you
link
mean?
to the StreamYard. I thought maybe I was in trouble. I was talking too much.
No, you good.
Okay.
Oh
Good
no,
morning.
you no, you ain't did nothing. No, I decided to put up the what you call, and I was just making sure because some things I just be laughing at some of the folks that when they talk about somebody else, they doing the same thing what they told somebody else not to do. I said, wow, oh look at that.
You
So
know, some people the behavior is the same,
right, right.
but it is what it is. How are you doing on this beautiful morning?
Oh, I'm doing fine, doing fine. Oh
I just couldn't help it. You just brought out some memories about the sleeping on the floor and not having your own room and air mattress. Don't have no pillow when you get an air mattress.
right, right. But see, that's
Air mattress don't have longevity anyway, but you do. You make do with what you have until you can do better.
yeah. I'm trying to stop laughing because I like to get on the pedal. You be no, you be telling the truth. It did not only mine, but sometimes you get on other folk paddle. I look and they say, what's it called on the paddle? I said, what? Oh, I got to go over here. Because sometimes you be laying
So, so I'm
down.
famous because I don't have a car. No, I don't own a car. Yes, I did ride a bicycle, and for me, at this point in my life, being the age I am, I don't see me actually investing in a car. So it is what it is. I don't take it as a put down. When the bicycle comments came up, I ride a bike. It's nothing to be for me to be ashamed of. See, so I didn't entertain it. I didn't respond to it, and I've been pretty good when it comes to. I think you people do have a point as a troll because you never really seen me. I can't afford to talk shit if I'm not going to show myself. So when you speak on that, I have to put myself in that category. I think I showed myself a long time ago, but on a regular basis, I haven't. So no, I do get in trouble sometimes for the things I say in other spaces. Sorry for the noise. Um,
Ah, okay. All right, okay. Hello?
So I have to be aware of the space I'm in and who you talking to. No, you can't talk stuff to people if you're not going to show yourself because for them, they need to know who they talking to. Also, they want to see what you look like. So if they deem you ugly, they're going to clown you, right?
Right.
So for me, it doesn't bother me too much. If I consider myself as a troll, it is what it is. I will always speak in general. No, won't be no name calling because it's not one particular person that does these things. It's a collective group. So you have to speak in general. It is
Right.
what it is. So if it's not you that's we're speaking on, you shouldn't have no issues. But when you come out and you say, hey, who you talking about? Some people put names out there so they can directly at that. It's not about being afraid to put your
Right.
name out there. Like I said, it's a bunch of people that do this mess that y'all do on YouTube. So I speak in general. I will continue to speak in general. If it's not you I'm talking about, don't worry about it because it's a lot of our people who are messed up out here. We're not talking about the things we need to talk about. Forget who got a car. Forget how many husbands you have. Not trying to throw shots at you, lovely. That's a lot of other people who's in that same position because they
Right.
speak on it. So let me clear that up right there.
Hmm.
It's a bunch of people that talk about what they have, but what you don't have. You're not
Right.
humble. You're not humble for what you do have. You've been
Right.
blessed to have a car. You've been blessed to have a child. You've been blessed to be a certain age, such as myself, right? So
Right.
now I'm in the grandma stage. So I'm trying to teach my granddaughter. My most important thing for her is not to be a follower. That's what
Right.
I harp on. Because when you become a follower, you wind up getting in some things you don't want to be in. And she's only 12, so she got to go through some things in life. That's the way it is. But as she's getting older, I talks to her to see where her head is on things that's going on in our world, like being gay, the transgender, sex. You have to talk to them about these things so you can see where their head is at. What I don't want to do with her is alienate her, whereas
Right.
though she don't want to talk. Because when you constantly when your kids get in some trouble that I told you so is not something you want to say to them. Because if
Right.
you say this constantly, they're not going to talk to you about something that's so important. So
Right.
I did the same with her as I did with my daughter. I'm not gonna tell her when she's wrong. I'm not gonna browbeat her, oh, you made a mistake. No. I'm gonna support her wrong or right because she has to learn. I
Right.
can't hold her hand through life to teach her these things that I had to learn. So all you can do is just be there for them and talk to them and see where their head is. Then you take it from there. So far, so good with the grandkids. So far, the boys are doing great. Everybody's working, they're driving, things of that nature. So for me, it doesn't bother me when people say stuff because if it's you, it's you. If it's not, it's not. Is it going to change anything in your life? Are you going to stop eating? Are you going to stop sleeping? When you get to that point where YouTube has got you to where you are discombobulated, it's time to log off. Then stop expecting everyone to like you. It's unrealistic for everyone to think that you're liked by everyone. For whatever reason they don't like you, why do you care?
Right.
Why does
Right.
that bother you? That
Right.
shouldn't bother you because you have to take a look in the mirror at yourself. What do you think of yourself? Not what everyone else thinks of you, right?
Right.
So if you don't think much of yourself, then you're going to go do this dumb shit. We are all adults on here. We're not kids. We're not kids. And as for the people who talking about, oh, guess what? You have to get there. You can
Right.
be 40 today, and one day you're going to be my age. So if you're saying that I'm old, aren't you going to get old? Time doesn't go backwards, it goes forward, people. Get it together. It's a lot of things going on out here. There's a lot of laws being made that's detrimental to our people. You guys don't talk about that. You have all these platforms, and all you can get out of that is who slept with who got a car, who don't have a man, and all these things that we don't really need. We should be focused on what's coming.
Right.
What's coming?
Yep. Because one thing about it, Jesus is coming back soon. And one thing, he's coming for the church. And you got to ask yourself, are you one of the ones? You know, a lot of times, like you said, people call you ugly. Sometimes people say, oh, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. And the problem is, so what? This earth, hey, ain't nobody here to please nobody. You can have a fine car. You can have a look, what is it? You can have a Lamborghini. Man, he got a nice car, he got a nice car. But is it paid for? Is it his or is it rental? What? So what? All that stuff don't matter. You got to be thankful for what you have. And some of y'all, some of us, let me put us, some of
Yeah,
us are that's educated. We could have had this, we could have had that. But now I was telling somebody the problem is You say, oh, my grandparents, all they had to be, and they left us this and that. And that's why we got money we got today. Yeah, because they found a way out for their grandkids. But now with us, we never had our, I mean, some of us didn't have an inheritance. Some of us had to go to school, graduate, get a job, and go on and start our own thing up. You know, we had to work from what we had to work from. We had to eat uh, smoked sausage and pork and that was a meal for us, you know. But you know, the Brown family ate more than that. But I'm just saying, you know, people put you down, like you saying about for the bicycle and car. I put it like this. Well, let's look at the positive. At least she got nice legs and she in good shape. She
But they
probably
don't know.
walk.
They don't know because they never seen me, and I'm not going to. I will eventually show myself, but it won't be for them. It'll be something
Exactly.
I want to do, not because they say do it. So if
Right.
you're looking for a foot soldier to do that because it was said some shit, don't hold your breath. I'm not
Mm,
doing acquiescing to what any of you people want from me. I'll be respectful. I'll try to keep some of my opinions negative, short, because a lot of times you want to say something, but something say don't say nothing. Only
mm.
focus on what you can control, right?
Right. Right.
Not what others want to control you. So at the end of the day, everybody should take a look in the mirror. It's the
Mm-hmm.
pointing fingers for me. We can't point fingers if we done the same thing, right?
Right. Right.
If you want change, start with yourself.
Right. Because I was saying something earlier too, and I said it in one of the other lives when you got an individual talking about Section 8 and somebody on Section 8 getting food stamps. Sometimes people's situations are different, probably different from yours. Some people raised in money, and y'all, no, you don't need it. But that other person, they do need it. They went through a struggle. But like I said, if it was me, I would get help. If I'm in an institute getting help, I don't know if I'd be on YouTube. That's everybody's business. My real life is what I'm focused on. That's more important. That's my livelihood, my real life and my job and what I do. So I can't sit around and compare where what you call got a nice house, nice cars, they got stocks and bonds. They ain't got to work. That's them. Our problem is you don't live your life for them. You live your life for you. You don't sit up there and waste your time worried about how much money somebody else and what they doing. A lot of folks can make a whole. You might got millionaires on here, maybe act like they poor, but they don't tell nobody their business. You don't know who these people is. And like you
No,
said, soldier, you right. No, I ain't got to show myself because you want me. I show myself when I get ready, when I want to. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm.
no. I mean, people also when it comes to looks, you got to twist it. It's not about what you look like. For me, it's about what's inside of you. What type of person are you? Because you can be deemed America's top 10 model and be ugly as hell inside as a person. It
Right,
matters to me, how you treat others. That's how I look at you. Forget what you have. What type of person are you? Are you a decent person? Are you a kind person? Are you a forgiving person? I don't know. I mean, I came across some really nice people on here. Then you have some evil people on here. It is what it is.
mm-hmm.
Just don't, I just try not to put myself in positions where I can get, embarrassed because a lot of it we do have to look at what role we play in the things that happen to us, right?
Right,
And for me in life, it matters. Y'all can keep using YouTube as an excuse to justify your effed up behavior. It matters in life how you treat others. Harp
right,
on that. Don't worry about anything else. If everything's good in your family, in your household, then you
mm-hmm.
be blessed. You're blessed. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. So when you
Right,
get on here and someone accuse you of something, so you want to break out all these receipts, well, I'll show my house because you say I don't have none. I'll show my furniture because
Uh-huh.
you say I sleep on the floor. What you
Right.
say don't make it so, right? So when you do that, you're giving in to the narratives because don't expect narratives, something positive from people that's always been negative. That's unrealistic to do that. So if you know this person always being negative, why do you care what they say? Why does
Right.
it bother you that they're saying something that's not true? It's mind boggling to me how a lot of people think on here. You
Right.
shouldn't care. You shouldn't care. Once you wake up in the morning, you thank the Most High and you take it from there. You make the best out of that day because you don't know if that day going to come again the next day.
Right.
Okay? It doesn't
Right.
matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what kind of illness you have. Children are dying, right? So if children are dying, we can die today or tomorrow. You don't know that. So make the best of your day when the Most High bless you to wake up that next day and take it from there. Don't worry about what others think of you. It's always got to be what you think of yourself. Have some respect for yourself before you could possibly have respect for others. That's life. That's not YouTube. Stop saying YouTube. It was just YouTube. Not when you're digging into people's personal life. It's not YouTube anymore. You're trying to justify your bad behavior because you don't like somebody. Well, if you don't like somebody, don't bother them, right?
Right.
Don't go in that space. Don't go in that space. And it shouldn't be no problem. If they speak on you, so what? Come on, everybody. We better than this.
Right.
Act like it.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. I agree with that. Because if don't nobody like you, oh well. If you got a problem with an individual, I always say unsubscribe. Because both most of this YouTube is nothing but lies, narratives, and insults. And then the same insults you told your children, well, don't you go do that. Don't talk about nobody. Don't go off on nobody. You doing the same thing. Oh, well, my kids in the other room, regardless if they in the other room. Because they remember, YouTube is a public platform. Anybody say anything, they listening at what you say. What one thing you don't understand is when you put a video out here, it's called comments. So people can put their opinion and they say what they say. They don't believe you shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. Da da da. They giving their opinion like you give your opinion, and you get mad because somebody disagree with you. Oh, well, I'm gonna block this person. You blocking them for disagreeing? Do you want a person to be truly when they have their opinion and they disagree? Do you want them to be for real or you want them to be fake and say, yeah, girl, you know you were right. You were right what you said, knowing that your friend lying. Your friend is
Well, I
lying.
mean, that's on them though. That's on
Right,
them. It has nothing to do with you and how
yeah,
you conduct yourself on the social media platform. I look
right.
at that's their character. And if you notice their character, then just leave the people alone. Just leave them
Exactly.
alone. Just leave
Right,
them alone because you can't change people's way of thinking and what people do on here and how they conduct their business on their platform.
right.
We can't control that. All we can do is control ourselves. So at the end of the day, if you feel like you're not being supported, just go ahead on about your business and speak on what you've been speaking on. Don't change the way you talk or how
Right.
you conduct yourself on your platform. Cause trust and believe they're not going to change theirs for you.
That's true. Cause everybody got their own way of doing things. Everybody different. Cause when you talking bad about somebody being a bad mom and ain't taking care of kids, the question is, how do you know? Well, I heard on there, they what they be saying in the background. Okay, but behind really closed doors, you really don't know. So the only thing you do know is how you treat your family, how you treat your kids, and how you raise yours. Don't worry about what somebody else doing to theirs. You know what I'm saying? So
You can say all that, but that don't mean they're going to stop. So what you need to do is do something positive, do something that's going to help someone, because a lot
right,
of things we don't know on here. It doesn't matter what other people do. What do you do? What do
Right.
you do? We at this point now, we all been around each other what over 4 or 5 years. Like I said before, you should know who's who by now. You should
Right.
know if the behavior of the people that you support is any different. Is it changed? Is it the same? You have to make that decision whether or not you want to support these people or not. You can't get mad with them for showing you who they are, who they always been. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. If the behavior is the same as it was last year, why do this year you expect them to be different? Huh? Why do you
Yeah.
expect that?
That's
If you
right.
don't, if you can't get along with them, find a way to resolve it. Whether it be to leave them alone, maybe you guys can have a conversation.
Hmm.
Find a way to fix it for you, not for them, for you, right? And
Right.
also, you guys, I'm not with the you beef one day and months later you friends again. You beef again and you friends again.
Right.
Why? Why keep putting yourself in that situation when it doesn't fare well for you? Because you never really resolved whatever issue you guys had in the first place. Because if you did, you wouldn't go back and forth. You understand me?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I agree with that because that's just like I said. Because when even when I'm on mine, I don't try to go to somebody else's platform and tell them how to run or how to do or what's what. Normally, when I'm on mine, I just speak my feelings. Sometimes I vent, sometimes I think, sometimes I think about topic, and I just talk. So some people can't accept. They want well, who you talking about? Who you talking? No, you don't need to know that. If
Well,
it ain't you, don't worry about it.
we might not like how they do, but we don't have to be a participant of it, okay? What others do with it, that's on them. You have to concern yourself with self first.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you happy? What place you would be in where you feel comfortable, right? Those are the things you have to look for. And if you can't get it, you just leave them people alone. It's just that simple. Why do we have to make something so simple so freaking hard? It's simple.
Right.
Whether
Right.
we like these people or not, we like a lot of people. But when they do wrong things, you can't point fingers at someone else for the same wrong thing that the people you rock with do. That's what I mean by pointing fingers. Get the
Mhm.
mirrors out. If you want to point, make sure you be the first person to finger point yourself.
Right. Right. Come on now, foot soldier. Hmm.
It's just that simple, y'all. Get it together. We full of so much hate for one another, but in the same sense, soon as some white person shoot a black person, everybody want to do videos hollering black power. No, that's not how it works. If
And look,
you can't handle your own, how do you expect to handle other ethnic groups? So
mm,
they looking. This is how they looking at us. Well, I say nigger, but you say it to that voice. It's different. Yes, if we know it's different, why do we do it? Why do we do it? We can't complain about it if we're doing it. I can't say this person's a racist and I'm calling it means it's not helpful to our people. We're hurting our people. We're not hurting them. That's what we don't get as a whole. We're not together. We're not. Until we together, there will be no change. There
mm,
will be no change. We know how these people feel about us. So if we know this, why do we do the things we do when it comes to stealing, robbing, killing? We killing each other.
right.
So
Right.
and then we say stuff like, "Well, they kill each other." It don't benefit us to do that. That's the problem. We're killing one another and we're complaining about them killing us. So of course they're not going to take us seriously. Why should they? Why should they?
'Cause a lot of times, even when the police, and I'm not speaking on a police like that, but a lot of times the police kill a black man, then next thing you know, that people got signs up, but then when it's a black on black crime, I don't see no signs or nothing going up.
Oh no, they told me that's different. That's different than that. Only difference is, Eric, is the color of the skin.
Mm,
That's the only difference. Because it's a white person, it matters more than it does if it's a black person. No, it doesn't. It hurts us a lot. We're
Mm,
getting ready. We're killing each other. That's what they want. So of course they're not going to take the guns off the streets. Of course they're not going to do anything about the drugs. Are we bringing in the drugs? Huh?
no,
Well, now it's the pharmaceutical companies are the biggest drug dealers out here. They want to put us on all these types of medicine for things that we probably don't even have, or
right,
we have because of the type of food we eat, because they doing something with the food and the water. They don't tell me all black person. I hate when they get on the news and say we the most to have high blood pressure. How do you know that? How do
right.
you know that? It's
Mm-hmm.
always we got the most this, we got the most that. It's always that with them people. So the
And
narrative is let's downgrade the black man, right? That's another thing. So you have black women who participating in downgrading the black man, whether you understand that or not, when it came to the food stamps and things of that nature. Those
right,
things were for white people, right?
right, right,
They were for white people when I was coming up. Going to social service, people were hiding. They didn't want you to know that they go to these places. Now everybody and their mama got a card. A young boy, able-bodied boy, old enough to work, he got a card. But
hey,
my brother who's disabled, he can only get $14 because of his income. Those are the people who need the help, right? But this is a design to conquer by any means necessary the black person. And we help assist in them conquering us. So you can't keep blaming the white man for things that we can fix. All we
right,
have to do is get our minds right and stop hating on each other and try
right,
to do better for our people. Until we do that, we won't overcome what they're dishing out to us and what they're about to dish out some more mess to us, right?
right.
Are y'all ready for that?
Mm,
I don't think so. So that's how it is with life outside of YouTube. We are human beings outside of YouTube. So these things about to come about, they're about to cut the power off, right? These are tests. We're being test dummies, right? So to see how we fare. So make sure you guys get everything that you need when it comes to having the right stuff for the power outage. They can do that. What
right,
can you do? If they shut YouTube down the day of tomorrow, what can you do? We don't
right.
own it. We don't own it. But make the best of it with your platforms. Try to spill out some knowledge instead of some hate. Why don't
Right.
y'all try that? Put a little love in your hearts and just you have issues with people, then resolve those issues. Whatever way you have to resolve it, resolve it. But don't resolve it and then later on bring it back up again. Because you didn't resolve it in the first place. So you out here faking it, pretending. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on here has some kind of talent in something other than beef that they can bring to the table. They just have to figure out what it is and do it.
Right. Hey, Nolan, and can't handle it. How y'all doing? Yeah, because it's really something else. Because I used to tell them, get your bottled water, get your canned good. Matter of fact, get you some lanterns, get you some flashlights, just in case of an
Get you,
emergency.
get you
Get
some
your
big,
barbecue grill. Hmm.
get the big jars. And I watched this lady. She has a little room where she got all her dry goods. She got these big jars with the beans and all the dry goods in it. Prepared for whatever. We already now have people in certain states haven't had power in over weeks. Over
Wow.
weeks. My daughter said she lost some food. So tell her be prepared.
Right.
I mean, because you never know. We don't know. We
And
can't
another,
predict.
that's true. I was finna say, and not just y'all, I had to do it too. Get your grills, get your what they call it, the Coleman little portable like gas grills, get your little gas bottle. Cause like I say, you never know what situation that you're gonna be in. And that's why I say get plenty of bottled water. Sometimes get something. I mean, just get it because you don't know. Like Flint, Michigan. Excuse me, Flint. I'm sorry, y'all. The word.
Not just Flint, these what hurricanes or tornadoes that causes these real bad thunderstorms in certain areas. That takes out a lot of people's power. It's not always that. So we having a lot of storms of late. Trees are down, people out of power. You have to be ready for that. That's nature. You can't do nothing with that, but be prepared.
Because I was going to say even with the water, even in Flint,
Yeah.
Michigan, and it's another place where they was talking about the water bad. You know, that's another thing. You just
It's
watch.
polluted. They put all kinds of stuff in the water.
Mhm.
And not just chemicals, they throw everything under the sun in these rivers and oceans.
Right. And that's why I say you get your bottled water. And sometimes if you do got clean water coming out your faucet, let it run first. Let it run first. And if you have to, you can boil that water.
That's
Let it.
what we were told as a little kid, boil that water first.
Hmm. And then you have to put it what in bottles and then put it in the refrigerator and
Yeah.
do it like this. I didn't understand that, but I understand it now. Yeah.
So that's what we have to do as a whole. Until we do that, as far as us uniting and getting together on some real stuff, not no bull crap, we gonna always be in situations we're in. That's
Right.
just the way it is.
And and, and,
It's
and
something simple though. It kills me. It's so simple. We just make it more than what it needs to be.
right, right. Because I was going to say also, like I look at this channel when they talk about edibles, like some of the stuff in your backyard. Oh, I ain't eating it. If you take your phone and go to Google, go up to your upper right hand side and hit that little square, it'll tell you what that is. And some folks do eat at their backyard, and it's just like you. A lot of folks, quite a few people eat greens. You eat vegetables, right? You eat cabbage and all that. You wash that off, rinse it real good before you eat it. So you do the same thing with the edible. Like I saw a man eat a 3-leaf clover. Some things you need to be aware of just in case you starve. Sometimes you ain't got money. Be prepared for anything.
I say this. I used to say it. I ain't eating that. When them hungry pains hit you, all logic goes out the window. You'll eat whatever. You'll eat a rat. You will eat a rat.
Well,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
You would because I mean you have to be really starving to do that. I'm just saying we could say we won't eat, but at the end of the day, once them hungry pains, where you get to the point where you're starving, you will eat anything. That was your logic is going out the window. All you know is you're hungry. You're that hungry. You'll eat bugs and whatever. You will eat it
right,
to survive, or you're going to die from starvation.
right. Hmm.
So we can say what we won't do, but who's to say we won't do it?
Right.
We will. We will do a lot of things that we see people do and we say, oh, I wouldn't do that. How do we know if we never been in that position?
Right. And you need to be prepared and learn how, all of us, learn how to make a fire with
And we
sticks
don't know,
or
don't
whatever.
know what berries are edible and what berries are poisonous. This is why at the time, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts were needed because they teach you about survival.
Right. They sure did. They sure did.
Now they make a mockery of it. The girls want to be with the Boy Scouts. Come on. Let the boys have something. Let the men have something.
Right.
Jeez.
Right. That's true. That is so. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. And let the women have something and the man have something.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's separate. We're separate. You are a man, I am a female. There's a certain there's something about that people seem to get mixed up. We have the tools of a female, but what's our mentality? Is what's your thinking process is that determines what type of woman you are. Same with a man, you are a male, But if your mentality is that of a little boy,
Mhm.
you're not a man. It's something that goes with that. It's not just about what's between our legs. What's your thinking
Right.
process about that makes you a man and a woman?
Hmm.
It's separate. That's what he made it. He made it separately. Okay?
Right.
I didn't do it. You didn't do it. He did it. We can't say we believe in the Most High, and at this point in our lives, we don't live by what the Most High wants us to live by. Come on, let's be real. It
Yeah.
says we're not supposed to wear pants as females. If we want to go to the Bible thing, let's go to the Bible thing. We're not
Right.
supposed to honor statues, things of that. Don't live by man's law. Just in the Bible, you have to live by what God wanted us to do. So at the end of the day, when people start talking about the Bible, make sure you live by it.
Right.
You see, you say you forgive, right?
Right.
I'm not there with that. I'm sorry. I'm not there. I'm not so forgiving. You can call it hate, you can call it
Mhm.
holding on to grudges. I just much rather just distance myself. Maybe
Mhm.
later on down the line, yes, probably, maybe, I don't know. But
Right.
that's you. That's what you want to do. So because you do it, and I'm sitting up here telling people they have to do it, and I ain't doing it. Now I'm being a hypocrite.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. Hmm.
Just as an example, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Of the way the things we do in here, the way we're looking out here as a whole, we're not looking good. Things are not faring well for us. The riverboat thing,
Right.
um, I heard that the dude said it wasn't what is he, the captain or whatever he was. He
Yeah.
said it wasn't a race issue. I have a problem with that, right?
Right.
Before they were saying that when he was on the bullhorn telling them people to move, they were throwing racial slurs. So now, to me, if he did come out here and say that in public, so you worried about your job, sir, you just practically threw everybody under the bus because it was about race. People have to understand, for the most part, it's always going to be about race. It's always going to be that sense of entitlement. You can get the poorest, what do you call, trailer trash, racist person. You know why they look at you like that? Because they feel like looking at a black person in that way makes them feel above you. It's always going to be that mentality they're going to have. They could be the poorest of poorest.
Right.
You could be the richest of rich. You will always be looked at that way by them. Even by some of your own people, we see it all the time. People
Yeah.
say things that's right about what's going on with our people, and then they come back and retract it and apologize.
Hmm. Right. I just, ooh, I said that situation was something else. Then, like I said, I saw the captain, but he was on the boat, bagging the boat up, and that other guy, I don't know how he got. I don't know what position the black guy was in. I don't know if he was a co-captain or what. I don't know what he was, But I just know he got into it with him, and then all them just, I mean, just swung on the man because the man wanted you to move your boat. I said, ooh,
They said it was out there for 45 minutes.
man.
Come on. I mean, you witness this, people celebrating. I had no problem with it. I get it. But if he said this, that it wasn't about race, I have a problem with that because it was.
And what really shocked me, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, the guy with the chair, when he hit the man with the chair, then he hit the woman with the chair, like, oh, whoa,
Well, you
oh,
know they're going to get him on that. Unfortunately, people saying they're going to bail him out and this and that. See, we can't. That was a little bit above and beyond. We can't justify that.
we
That
can't.
chair, that chair wasn't needed. I'm sorry, it
Yeah,
wasn't. But we'll see what happens. But if that's true with this man who got beat up, said that it wasn't about race, then
Well,
I ain't got nothing more to say about it. Shit.
yeah, I didn't really too much understand that. Like you said, the chair wasn't needed. But I remember on many occasions what I saw on film when policemen used batons on a person when it wasn't needed, or you got somebody on the ground and you study hitting them and they handcuffed and you beating them and that stuff like well that you don't have to do all that.
You see how they treat their people, Eric? They treat their people differently. It's like the man walking around with the what you call a sword, samurai sword. They did
Mhm.
everything under the sun to talk him down. They shot a black man, showed the keys, pulled out the keys at his own
I
door.
remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying, we know by now the treatment is going to be different.
Right.
So what we need to do is not put ourselves in situations to get got. Now the chair, he grabbed a chair. I mean, you can't just because they do it, we're going to get in trouble for it. It wasn't justified. He didn't
Mhm.
need the chair. And
Yeah.
the lady that threw the girl in the water, she got fired.
Ooh. Because they said, what if that woman couldn't swim?
I don't
Ooh.
give a damn.
Mm. And I was tripping off the dude that swam. I said, look at this. I said, wait.
And he was one of the workers there.
Yeah.
His mom won't allow him to do interviews. Shout out to his mom. We're not trying to make it of something more than what it was. He acted, and that was that. He
Mhm.
reacted to something, and that was that. And they sending him money. He said he don't need it. So it's a lot going on with that situation still. But if that's what the guy said, I don't even want to watch it
Right.
anymore. Because
Yeah.
when you do that, you basically do what they do all the time. Oh, I forgive you. You can forgive them, but come on, I want some kind of action done towards them. I'm sick of them doing things to us and want to pay us off. So like I killed your father for nothing, but we gonna give you all this money to make you feel better. No, nigga, I want you in jail.
Right.
I want his to roll. Forget all of that. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't think like that. They accept the money and go ahead on. They gonna bring the child back, but still,
Give
they're
me the
not
money. Look,
they're not
give
being
me the
held accountable for their action because we don't press enough.
okay.
We press
Look,
more on our people than we do them.
give me the money and lock him up. Because he need to be locked up for good. That wasn't cool. I mean, hey,
They're
that's a
not
bad.
gonna like them police officers up because they want those type of police officers out here. It's designed for their protection, not ours. Okay, we need to get that understood from the first.
Yeah,
In the first,
especially when you innocent and you come in, or unless you're an what they call it off duty, and you attack somebody and they whoop you up real good. I'm a police officer and find out oh shit.
and even somebody said, "Oh, we not our ancestors in the riverboat situation." Listen, people, your ancestors fought and they died. Okay, it ain't like there a lot of them stood around and done nothing. They actually fought back and they all died.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think that they didn't do anything during that time.
Mm,
They did what they could.
right. Mm-mm. Yeah.
But don't let them die in vain, y'all. Come on now.
Mm,
I guess we'll see, but
yeah.
I'm about to go make me some breakfast. All right.
Okay. I just want to give us. I want to just say this right quick, y'all. Be looking for it. We don't know when it's going to happen for the Foot Social Show. I'm in with somebody we doing production because see, I like the way she talk. I'm telling y'all, she telling you from her heart. I love that. Okay, so y'all be looking for the. I'm gonna try to get with some of
My
the people too
God.
to get the production. Come sorry, y'all. But so oh, she make me laugh. Oh, that's my heart. But y'all take care. You finna. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying to see what I'm plan to
No,
cook a little
I got my granddaughter here, and she always wanted to make breakfast, so we make breakfast together. She's 12.
Oh, okay. And that's good to
So I'm
start
trying
off.
to teach her.
early.
Yeah, I was 9 when I was doing it, but I want her to stop being afraid of the stove. When you're afraid of it, you're not going to get what you need to get out of it. You can't be afraid of that. If you want to learn, she wants to learn. So me and her mom teaching her. The oldest one, she already got hers down pat.
Oh, that's good. Teach them at an early age. Make a
Hmm.
craft, make an art out of it. Woo. Well, all
So
right,
that's what
y'all.
we're about to do. About to hook up some homemade waffles and some bacon,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and chill out and see what's going on YouTube streets.
Oh, okay.
You might not see me, but I'll be around.
Hey, foot soldier, have you taught her how to make a? Well, now you ain't teach her how to make a cake yet.
No, I suck when it comes to baking. My daughter, she's very good at it. I'm not. I
Oh,
have made the cake and I'm scraping off the ends of it and I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong. Her
well,
cakes are so moist and stuff. Mine is okay for that day. The next day, the size of it is hard. I'm not doing something right. So I
oh,
just gave up. I just gave up on it. I'll get her to make the cakes and pies and stuff like that.
I
I'm
normally
lousy at baking.
okay. Normally, what I used to do for me to start baking, I started doing cake at the box. And as I did at the box, then I started learning how, okay, you need this measurement, you need this, put this in the bowl, put, 'cause my sister used to do it. She had a bunch of bowls, and she said, okay, the sugar go here, flour go here,
Right.
the measurements of,
Your baking powder.
yeah, she did that. And then turn right back around. That's how we did like cakes at the box. Then we went to the recipe book and started doing it that way. Did
So
it the
you
same
forgetting
concept.
one thing, you had to sift. You have the sifter
Yeah,
to
you can
sift
shift,
the
yeah,
flour.
shift it. Mm-hmm.
Make
And
sure ain't no lumps in the flour.
exactly. And
I
we went
know
to
about it. I'm just no good at it.
oh, okay. Well, don't say what you ain't. You can do it. To me, you can. But a lot of times, like I said, it's basically coming out the book. It's the same concept. It's like you said, you shift it, but you need your bowls. And the reason why I say
Hmm.
you need their bowls, because they have their sugar, flour, egg, butter in these different bowls and the measurements in each bowl. And then as you get through getting all your measurements together, then you go to the little paragraph. He tell you, stir your sugar and butter together. Okay. And then as you stir that, now you go ahead and put your egg in there. Now you go ahead and put your milk out of the bowls. So that's how I've been learning how to do it. I said, oh, okay, well, shoot, that ain't nothing but a thing then. Oh yeah, because if I can do it, I know anybody else can do it. It just takes practice. Some people don't they don't get it on the first try. But like I said, I just went to the box cake and learned from there, and that's how I learned how to do it. Then I started looking at, I just started looking at different channels, and sometimes you get canned beans and add your seasoning to it, and you know how to fry chicken. It's just practicing. Some people don't get it, some can, but you just think about it and say, well, this is the plan. I'm gonna do this over here. I'm gonna cook this over here. I'm gonna put this over here. So I got all my stuff on my fried chicken. Go ahead and do it, fry it, and sit there and watch it. Don't walk off and leave it. No, time it. Well, how long it takes chicken to fry? I said maybe about 12 to almost
Are
say
you are
15
you
minutes.
are you deep frying it or you just
Yeah.
frying it?
Uh sometimes I deep fry it, or sometimes I fry it where I can flip it over, depending on the pan and how much oil I use.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What
Now
type of oil do you use?
I use I can't pronounce it too good.
Canola oil.
Canola oil. Yeah, I use that. And I do use olive oil on certain things, but
Right.
normally canola oil. I don't use vegetable or corn like I used to, so I use the canola oil. And I get to let the oil get hot first and flour. Now my mama used to fry chicken. Uh she used to use flour. A lot of them using egg, batter, mustard, and all this. Mama used to just fry it with flour, and we and hit the flour and fry it that way, and not put a lot of flour on. Just hit it.
No, and
Right.
also you gotta make sure your chicken when you frying it is dry because if
Yeah.
it's not, it's gonna start sticking in your pan. If you
Mhm.
have a, you gotta have a like a what they call it types of pan,
Mhm.
non-stick,
Right.
non-stick.
Yeah.
But now they
Yeah.
got this. You have an air fryer?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't have an air fryer. I'm gonna get one, but I don't know when I'm gonna get one. But
Okay.
right now, I don't have a microwave. I just use the old grandmama oven. I
Yeah,
got what
that's
you
what
call
we do.
mhm. uh, I got the crock pot. I got the instant pot.
Oh, you got the Instapot. Well, to
Yeah,
me,
I got.
fried chicken don't taste the same the next day. Only way I really like it if it's cold.
Well, a lot of times food that's been cooked, a lot of times you have to take it and like when you got to eat it the next day, I heat it up. Sometimes the flavor goes in it like a pound cake. Sometimes the flavor goes in like even with spaghetti. First eat it, you're like, man, but
Oh
then
no, no, stuff like that I can eat the next day, but fried chicken, no.
mm,
It just loses. It's not crispy. Even putting it in the oven is not as crispy as it was when I fried it. Baked chicken, barbecue chicken, yes, no problem. All
yeah,
those other types of things, yes, but something about chicken, even
mm,
putting it in the oven to heat up, it gets a little crispy, but it's nothing like it when you first made it.
yeah, because a lot of times, even with that fried chicken, uh, like I said, we used to do just flour and then beat it real good together, so most of that flour can come off just a small coating. So when you fry it, you won't eat most of the meat. And a lot of it, when they talk about egg and milk and dipping it in here, you got a lot of bread on top of that. And I'm like, ooh, y'all.
Yeah, well, she looking at me so I can feed her so she can go home and I can get my room back. She took over my room.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
So
gonna get off the phone.
thanks, Eric, for letting me up and listening. I'll catch you on the next one, right?
All right, then. Thank you very much, everybody. Y'all take care and
Yeah.
remember, stay tuned for the Foot Soldiers show. Is right now in production, so
Can
we
you
don't know
stop?
when.
Can you stop that?
No, I can't hear me because we know you coming. I know you coming, and I know you gonna come with the real. That's the good thing about it. The real. All right.
All
All
right.
right. Then.
Thank you,
All
Eric.
right. Good. All right. Bye bye. Y'all take care.